is a little bit of a bonus video, made up of clips from last summer when I just cleaned up our little garden shed. We have so many sheds in this garden, but most of them aren't in the best condition, so I wanted to clean this one up a bit to help save it. So first job was to move out all the stuff, which meant finding a new home for these nails and screws that the previous owner left behind. Another thing inherited from the house was this vintage bandsaw, which I was excited to try out for the very first time. And it actually worked well, but this is the actual speed. So as cool as it is to have this bandsaw, it's a slow process. But I'll see if I can find some uses for it later on. Anyway, back to clearing the shed. I built this new shelf in the big workshop, using random scrap pine wood we had lying around. Then moved all the nails from the old shed to the new shed. Cleared out all the inherited random cupboards and tables so I could get to the pretty gross floor underneath, making sure to mask up because it was so dusty in here. Then taking up the carpet tiles and the flooring underneath. This floor was pretty damp too, so I decided to just leave the floor as the baseboards to hopefully let them dry out. After everything was brushed up, vacuumed, windows cleaned and shelves wiped, the inside of the shed was in a much better condition. Now to work on the outside. A little side quest first though. Back to the greenhouse, and this side section where we put the gravel that we dug up is perfectly fine and it's doing well. This front section where we didn't have any gravel, we only use wood chip, the birds keep digging up. So I'm going to use this gravel that we've got for a different project, borrow a little bit, and let's fill in some of these gaps so hopefully the birds stop digging up all our path. On the side of the shed there were these slabs, a bit like crazy paving along the side. But the grass and weeds were growing a bit out of control underneath, so again to protect the shed and make everything look a little neater, I decided to pull these up, put down some weed barrier, wood chip and gravel between the slabs. I did try to do the same at the front of the shed, but these were just too heavy to lift on my own, so they will have to wait for a later date when I have a helping hand. Now that looks so much better. We are planning to extend the immediate back garden down to this shed later this year, so this will help keep everything under control and make the grass mowing a little easier too. So make sure you're subscribed to keep an eye on our little projects like this in the future.